Hey, class. I'm going to tell you some stuff that I know professionally about filmmaking that I learned. I will try to tell you some personal stuff that I learned. Before I do that, I would like to know a little about you. How many filmmakers are here that show films in the festival? Would you please stand up? Stand up. All right. And other filmmakers that are not, no, you stay, stay, that's fine. Other filmmakers that make films, but they don't have a film in this competition that are here? All right. It's my crowd, okay. I have whoever lost a friend during the making of a film because you had such a fallout that you could not fix it afterwards? Nobody. Okay, 2. You gotta stand up. Otherwise I'm not gonna tell you my stuff. You can. Okay, I see that. Relationship. Long term. Okay. It doesn't have to be in the filming, but the damage could have been done in the filming, and the relationship ended. Just 1, 2. Okay. Standing up, please. All right. You gotta stand up too. Okay. Okay. That you touch base once a day. You know, you don't see each other every day, but you touch base. You know. So what you doing? Not much. Okay. Talk to you tomorrow. I call you later. And so when finally we were able to do our first film together, where he was the producer, things got complicated. He was different all of a sudden. And it started with, you know how the script is being pre-stopped or something? I don't know what the exact term is. But you have a script, and your script continuity person stops the script. And then they tell you how long the film's going to be. Which is one of the most absurd things that can be done. It's almost like checking for fluids at the airport. It has no influence on what's going to happen or not going to happen. It's just a ritual. You could also paint your face or put a bone in your pocket or something like that. But it's been done. We started filming, and every scene was longer than that. He did not like that. It was not only him, but it was also the people around him. There was actually 3 producers, and they were a little uneasy about that, you know. All in the spirit of, we shouldn't fuck this up. I'm totally in that spirit. I don't want to fuck it up. I told him, we're going to do this in the edit. This is not going to be as long. This is going to be, stuff is going to go. And he said, well, okay. Then I shot a scene that was really dark. And he was very uncomfortable about that too, with the other 2 producers. And they actually said, we got to reshoot that. We're not going to, because we had a TV deal, and they were afraid that technically the TV station would say, we can't show this. And I said, no, they won't. You can see everything. It's important for the film. I want a moment of complete darkness. No. Yes. That was our first little fight. Then we had a bigger fight. And it was about the contract. We decided to all have one lawyer, because we didn't have his lawyer, my lawyer, pay them a lot of money about the contract. We were friends. We wanted to do the same thing. And all of a sudden it was about final cut. And it was already in we had this first conversation with the lawyer, and we all agreed that I should have it, which is bullshit in the first place. It's bullshit of me, and bullshit to have this pro-conversation, because we wouldn't fight about that, and I knew that I could do with the film whatever I wanted to do with it. But all of a sudden I was the director, and I wanted final cut, and he was the producer of the 3 of them, and it was a moment, but we agreed on it. So finally there was a moment when they really needed my contract to be signed, really quickly, like now. Tomorrow we need it for whatever, legal reasons. And I said, is everything in the contract that we talked about? Yep. Like everything we talked about. Yeah. You didn't only read it with your eyes, but also with mine. Yeah. Okay, I'll just sign it. I was already shooting, by the way. That was the second week into shooting. And at night I thought, I'm just going to read it. Where is my fucking final cut? Motherfucker. I was angry. I called him, and he said, it's just a mistake. Talk to the lawyer about it. I said, okay. I hated that. Talk to the lawyer about it? What the fuck? I'm getting angry now. We had a hard fight, man. It was not beautiful. I said, okay. I felt betrayed. I felt like he doesn't understand my case. He's looking after his shit, which is timing and seeing too dark, and he's not covering my ass. He's not my man. He always was for 8 years. All of a sudden, he's not anymore. So, to make a long story short, we fought really hard, and we have different techniques in fighting. I kind of Chuck Norris kind of guy. I go in there. He is kind of Fort Knox kind of guy. He just stopped talking. He just stopped talking. And we had meetings, and I think if you're angry with somebody, it's the hope that it's a misunderstanding. It's the hope that if you put enough heat on them, they will change. I definitely tried that. And he didn't. And that was that. We weren't friends anymore, and he obviously wasn't my producer anymore. And I think it took me about a year running around telling that story. And I was telling people, I even told people from the team, and I always wanted one thing. I wanted the other people to say, "You're right." What an asshole. That did happen, but I think it happened more with people that didn't know him. Like you. Because he's a nice guy, he's a great guy. And it took me about a year to figure out that's my problem. He was still my friend, and I really like him. And I really hated what he did. And it's a toughie to differentiate that. I can hate what he did, but I thought in order to do that, I have to hate him. And that's where my problem started. Because deep down I knew I don't hate him. And I needed the help of other people to hate him more. Since he didn't speak to me, I had to figure that out by myself. We had one meeting, and that didn't go too well. You betrayed me. You betrayed me? I betrayed you. You betrayed me. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? So, and like that. So the only thing I could get out of him was, I didn't betray you, you betrayed me. You left me standing in the room. So I found that point. And I forgave him. Just by myself. It wasn't a ritual, I didn't burn anything, but I realized I had to do that. I realized I had to understand that I really, really like him. I really like him. And I also had to understand that forgiving and becoming one again is not the same thing. That's another thing. You think the action and the person is one. Bad action, bad person. That's a tough setup because people fuck up. You're going to end up disliking a lot of people and being betrayed by a lot of people if that's your equation. And second of all, I thought if I forgive him, I say, it's okay what you did. I couldn't do that. So in my mind, I had to differentiate that too. Say, it's not okay what he did. I think it really was not right. But I can forgive him, and that does not mean we are friends again, and he's going to be my producer again. He's not to this day. But I forgave him. And we had a couple of meetings afterwards, and you run into each other in this business. Which was awkward too, because we always hugged. you know, and how we continue doing that even in the hard time. Hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah, okay. So but there was a time when I, you know, I felt the hug, and that did change stuff. It, I mean, if I may say so, it challenged him more than my anger and my pure hate. It did challenge him to. I think he felt that something was different. I wasn't angry with him anymore, and it took another year, probably 2 years, where I told him that whatever happened, he will always be my friend. That was a good moment.